So now we are going to discuss the concept of thermal resistance. We have a body. The temperature at the two ends are T1 and T2, where T1 is greater than T2, length is L, area of cross section and the direction perpendicular to the heat flow is A. Thermal conductivity of its material is K. So we can write according to Fourier's equation, Q is equal to this. Now if you compare this by the analogy of the current flow, the current flows because of the potential difference. V1 is greater than V2. R is the thermal resistance of the conductor. So I is V1 minus V2 by R. So if I write this equation in this same way, T1 minus T2 by this, then this term is called thermal resistance. Current flows because of potential difference, heat flows because of the temperature difference. So this is termed as the thermal resistance. This concept is very useful while making calculations for the heat flow through the combined bodies in series and bodies in parallel. Now we have, for example, these two bodies. Thermal conductivity is K1 and K2. Lengths are same, area of cross section is same in the direction. This is direction of heat flow, and area of cross section perpendicular to this direction is same for both, that is equal to A. The junction temperature is T. T1 and T2 are the temperature at the two ends. Now we have to find the junction temperature, the equivalent thermal conductivity and the heat flowing through this. Now for this purpose we can divide this into two resistors. We can show like this, two resistors connected in series, T1, T2 and T. Now the common question the students ask while solving these problems, that is, when to show these bodies in series and when in parallel. So my answer is, in this case, when do you show the resistors to be in series? When you say they are in series, when they are in parallel. So when the current flowing through them is same, they are in series, and when the different currents are flowing through them, they are in parallel. Same is the heat. Same is the case with heat. So in these two, you can say that heat flowing per unit time, per unit area of cross section, because they are having same cross section. Heat flowing per unit time is same across the two bodies. So they are connected in series. Otherwise, suppose we have this rod or a bar which is assumed to be hollow, and inside this there is another bar which is solid. They are connected like this. The heat is flowing in this way. So here you can show that the heat is divided into two parts. One is flowing through the outer, other is through the inner. So this is thermal resistance of outer body, thermal resistance of inner body, because the heat is divided, total heat Q1 and Q2. So they are connected in parallel. T1, T2 are the temperatures. So this is how we define the bodies connected in series and bodies connected in parallel. Now what is the thermal resistance of body 1? This is 1. L by K1A. Thermal resistance of body 2, L by K2A. So what is the total thermal resistance? Sum of these two, they are in series. L by A, 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2, or K1 plus K2 by K1 K2 into L divided by A. This is the total thermal resistance. And we can say that the heat flowing Q across this or this is equal to temperature difference divided by this thermal resistance, is equal to T minus T2 for the second body divided by its thermal resistance, equal to total temperature difference across the two ends, T1 minus T2, divided by the total thermal resistance. So we can solve these two to find the temperature T across the two ends, and this gives you K1 T1 plus K2 T2. On solving you will get this. upon K1 plus K2. And if you put the value of T here, you can get the heat flow, or you can write it from this third expression. So this is how you can write. Now here one thing you should note down. The total thermal resistances I have summed up, L by Ka plus K1A plus L by K2A. Now suppose in this place, in place of this single rod, in place of these two bars, I take a single bar of same cross section and its thermal conductivity is K, the length is 2L. Area of cross section is A, and the two ends are maintained at the same temperatures as in this case. These are two. In place of this we have taken this as a single rod with thermal conductivity equal to K. Now in this case I can write down that heat flowing through this is, temperature difference is T1 minus T2. What is the thermal resistance? 2L divided by Ka. Now if the heat is flowing in same quantity in this case as in this case, so we can write that T1 minus T2 divided by 2L into Ka. Comparing with this, if you compare these two, you can write K is 2K1 K2 upon K1 plus K2. This is called equivalent thermal conductivity. So if I replace these two by a bar of length 2L, these are having lengths L each, so 2L, same area of cross section as here, and the two ends are maintained at same temperature. In that case, the thermal conductivity of this, which is equivalent thermal conductivity to this system, will be given by 2K1 K2 upon K1 plus K2. So this is how you can find thermal conductivity. We have taken here a case of the bodies in series. So this is a very useful concept for solving this type of problems.